for centuries, India has been known as a land of spices. From our homes to bustling street stalls, spices have always been the heart of Indian food. They are not just ingredients, they are tradition, they are culture, they are emotions. From turmeric to red chilli, from garam masala to jeera, we don't just use spices, we celebrate them. Whether it's a curry, pickle, chai, or any sort of snack, spices play a very important role in Indian life. The world has taken the notice. Today, India stands as the largest exporter of spices in the world, spending over $4 billion worth of spices to more than 180 countries every single year. Among these countries, the United States remains one of the India's biggest and most important buyer. But now, a serious question is being raised. Will the United States stop buying Indian spices or not? And let me tell you, if that happens, it is going to affect India's spice economy really bad. But yes, these concerns are not baseless. Recently, two of India's most popular and trusted spice brands, MDH and Everest, came under international scrutiny. Food safety authorities in Singapore and Hong Kong suspended sales of some of their spice products after report of high-level ethylene oxide were found. Ethylene oxide is a chemical used for sterilizing food products, but in excessive amount, it is considered cancer-causing. Now, even the United States Food and Drug Administration has begun investigating these brands. According to a media report, since 2021, an average of 14.5% of MDH shipment sent to the US has been rejected, mostly due to contamination by bacteria or pesticide residues. This has triggered genuine concern that the US may impose stricter rule or even temporarily halt the import of Indian spices. This is alarming because the US is not just any buyer. It is one of India's top 3 spice markets. If the US pulls back, it could have a serious economic impact. Currently, India exports more than $4 billion worth of spices globally, and a significant share of that goes to the US. Moreover, the US often sets a trend that other countries do follow. So here if we see it, then if US decides to limit or ban Indian spice imports, other nations such as European Union, Australia or even China could follow the suit. That could not only affect major companies like MDH and Everest, but also impact thousands of small farmers, spice processors and exporters across the country who rely on this particular trade for their livelihood. So the question is this a far-off possibility or something that could really happen? Sadly, history shows us that it's not impossible. This is not the very first time when Indian food exports have faced scrutiny abroad. Do you remember in 2022, the FDA reported poor hygiene and sanitation condition at a major Indian spice manufacturing plant? In 2024, Indian authorities in Gujarat seized over 60,000 kilograms of adulterated spices, including chili powder, turmeric, coriander powder, and pickle masala. There has also been past incidents where Indian mangoes were banned in the US, and that too for several years due to excessive pesticide residues. So, if these safety concerns aren't addressed quickly and firmly, there is a real risk that the US may take stronger action against Indian spice imports. Thankfully, India is not turning a blind eye. The government has started taking steps to address this particular issue. The Food Safety and Standards Authority of India is actively testing samples of spices. The Spices Board of India has also issued a new guideline to spice exporters, urging them to avoid the use of ethylene oxide and follow international safety protocols. State government has also been instructed to conduct strict quality checks on the spice products. Experts believe that contamination is not happening at the farm level. Instead, it is most likely occurring at the harvest, during the processing, packaging, or storage of the spices. This means that the issue is fixable, but only if all parts of the supply chain are held to high standards and hygiene safety. So, should we be worried? Yes, but there is also reason for hope. India has built a strong global reputation as the spice capital of the world. Brands like MDH and Everest are household names not just in India but across the globe. Bollywood celebrities like Amitabh Bachchan and Shah Rukh Khan have endorsed these brands. People from New York to Nairobi trust the taste and quality of Indian spices. But you know what? Trust is fragile. It must be earned, protected, and preserved. To keep this trust alive, India must modernize its spice industry, upgrading its processing unit and ensure hygienic packing, and with that, comply with global safety standards. If we take the right step now, countries like the US will continue to enjoy the rich flavor of Indian spices. But if we don't act quickly and responsibly, we risk losing more than just shipment. We risk losing long-standing trade relationship, revenue, and millions of jobs that are tied to spice economy. India is not just a spice exporter, we are a spice superpower. But with great power comes great responsibility. The current situation should not be seen as an attack on India's image, but rather than we should see it as a wake-up call. This is the moment that pushes us to fix what needs to be fixed. Let's support our farmers, improve processing standards, and ensure that the world sees Indian spices not just as tasty, but also a safe and trustworthy ingredient. Losing a market like the US would not just impact big companies, it would shake the very foundation of Indian spice economy and hurt countless Indian families who depend on it.